I'm Sarah Chickee. I am the owner of Chickee's Chocolates, or en français, les Chocolats De Chickee. It's a business I've been doing for about 2 months now. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself to give you an idea of who I am and what I do. So in high school, I thought I was going to be a veterinarian. I worked really, really hard. I loved animals. I did all of my co-ops in high school in veterinarian hospitals. I got to learn so much. It's actually really good that I didn't do it, but so in high school I wasn't very good at math or physics. A little bit okay at chemistry and biology, but I didn't have the math grades in order to get into the program that I wanted to get into. So when it came time, when it came time to basically apply for a college or a university, I had to make a decision. I didn't have the grades to get in, so I had to decide what I wanted to do with my life. I decided that I wanted to be a cook, or at least out of all the courses I was taking in high school, cooking was something that I really loved. So I decided to go into culinary management at my community college back home in Windsor, Ontario. And I loved it. I wasn't a wonderful student. I was going through some personal problems, so I didn't always attend class, but I passed. And while I was in school, there was this wonderful teacher I had. He was my baking teacher, and he inspired me to bake. It was the class I looked forward to every day. It made me so happy to be in it, so I realized what my passion was baking. You might wonder how baking turns into chocolate. Well, I will tell you. So I looked for jobs around Ontario. I moved from Windsor to London, and London to Guelph, and I didn't really find anything that worked for me. I went back to school for aesthetics and thought that maybe I'd do something girly. I already did baking, so maybe I could try, facials and makeup and stuff. It wasn't really perfect for me because I knew that ultimately I've always wanted to open my own bakery. It's been pretty much my dream since 2002. So basically I had an opportunity and I moved to Montreal, and I found the love of my life. So I'm now staying here in Montreal, Quebec. I was applying for a lot of jobs and I wasn't really getting anything. I didn't really have the education level that everyone else did. So after a string of not so fun or fulfilling jobs, I went back to school here in Montreal at the only English pastry school that they have here. Best decision of my life. Wow, I learned so much. It was unbelievable. I had such amazing teachers, such helpful classmates. I met so many amazing people while I was in school. One particular teacher, he taught chocolate. I sucked at it. I sucked so bad. I couldn't figure out how to temper. They teach us how to temper the classic way. Put it over heat, cool it down, heat it up to the right temperature, cool it down to a specific temperature so that it tempers, which means it basically hardens in the regular air in about 2 minutes. So I couldn't figure out how to do it. And every day I would go into class and I would try. And everyone else was on filling their molds and I couldn't get it. I would cry every day. It's my mechanism. When I get upset, I cry. So every day I would cry, and I couldn't let my tears fall on my chocolate because, as any good chocolatier knows, water or liquids ruin your chocolate. It causes it to seize up and you can't do anything with it, and you pretty much have to throw it out because there's nothing you can do at all with it. So my teacher was really, really nice to me, and he said, you know what, why don't you take your chocolate home for the weekend and practice at home. Take all of what he called your dirty chocolate, which is the chocolate that has already been melted and tempered and is left over after you've filled your mold or dipped your stuff or whatever it is. We call the leftover chocolate dirty chocolate because it's not exactly pure. It is pretty much dirty. It's been used. So he said, take it home and practice. And I did. I practiced. I made 3 different molds of chocolate. I practiced so hard and I finally figured it out. I finally got it. when I was learning it in school, I didn't think I was going to do chocolate. I thought, I just need to learn this for school. I'm never going to do this. Lo and behold, this past Christmas, I decided to make things for my family for Christmas, and I made them chocolate. My family and friends, they got chocolate for Christmas. Turns out I love it. I can't get enough of it. It's liberating to know that you took something that was a big hunk of chocolate and you turned it into a truffle or a bonbon that someone puts in their mouth and goes, oh, it tastes so amazing. To know that I did that, it's rewarding. It's so fulfilling and thrilling, and I feel so good about myself. So anyway, that's pretty much, that's my venture into chocolate. Recently, I quit the job that I was in. I wasn't very happy there. And I decided when I had a chance to get back into it that I was going to make chocolates. That I thought I was going to start my own business, small, very small, and sell to neighbors and friends and family and people in a small scale. I mean, when you only own 3 molds, you're really limited to the amount of chocolates you can make, because it does take, it takes altogether the amount of work that you do, probably about 2 hours. But from the time it takes you to melt your chocolate, temper your chocolate, fill your molds with the chocolate, so line your molds, fill them with your ganache or caramel or whatever filling you're going to put in it, wait for that to dry, and then you have to cover it and turn them all out. It takes way longer than 2 hours. But seeing as a lot of the time that you're making them, you're just sitting around, you know, maybe multitasking. For me, being kind of like a housewife, I'm doing dishes and laundry and cleaning and everything else in between doing all of this. So really, if you add up all the time, it's about 2 to 2.5 hours to actually make your 1 mold of chocolate. 1 mold looks like this. This one has, I think, about 40 slots. I have anywhere between 24 to 40 slot molds. They're all different shapes, they're all different designs, anything that I can use that will create something new for my chocolate. So, in regards to my company, I started a Facebook page. This is my first video for my YouTube channel, and basically I'm just trying to generate some know-how. I'm trying to get people to understand what I do and put myself out there so that I can maybe get some more business. Maybe turn this into a full-time job, or at least a part-time job, so I can go and get myself another job, hopefully in a chocolate shop, to expand my knowledge, learn something new, practice all of my techniques, pretty much better myself for when I do full-fledged decide to open up my own business, which hopefully will be in about 7 to 8 years from now. I'd like to actually open up a catering company. So there you have it, the very, very long-winded version of the story of Les Chocolats De Chickee. I hope you enjoyed it. My next video will be me attempting, which is not too hard because I know how to do it, to make white chocolate bonbons with a lemon curd white chocolate ganache inside. So tune in for the next video, and I hope you enjoyed what you watched. See you again. Bye.